Hey kids, Inverted Cow here, and welcome back to Empyrion. I am still here in Fenris space, although I am now geared up as far as I'm going to get, and I am going to get out of here. Had enough. Been here for over a week, almost going on 2 weeks now, and I've been in wolf space and I haven't even seen one wolf. Here's what I have going on. As you can see, it is a disc. Yes, that's right. It's a flying saucer, like I said I was going to make. You're looking at the bottom, the underside of it, and I have simply placed some thrusters. I don't have enough materials to build all the thrusters I need for everything. I have most of the gear made. I started setting out some of the landing ramps, if you will, or landing locations, if you will. I have no weapons emplacements placed on here, nothing like that. I've got hangar bays on one side that are literally just the hangar door. These are 7x13 hangar doors. I have made an area for engines, motors, thrusters, all that kind of stuff to go in over here. And as you can see, most of the thrusters have not been installed. I do have a few of the big red thrusters already in place. I'm hoping this will be sufficient to take it off and land from that planet. I have basically, this is mirrored on all four sides. So it's like a dozen of those thrusters are in here. I've got a handful of the blue thrusters tucked into their slots, but as you can see, most of the slots have not been occupied, so I'm going to need to make a load more thrusters of those. Problem is I've gone up and down to the planet about 4 times for material, and I'll explain what happened to this in a second. Gone up and down to the planet about 4 times for material, and I'm basically, believe it or not, I'm out of Sathium. And I don't want to go and just literally loot the wolf ships to pieces. As tempting as that is, I could literally just go there and continue to salvage the wolf ships and get all the material I need. I'm not really in the mood to do that. Now I only had in my inventory half a dozen RCS units, so this ship will probably not turn at all. So I have no idea how it'll handle. I've got 2 of the tier 2 large generators in here. I filled the fuel tanks that I already put in. Basically I've scrounged up materials from what I had here, but everything is on my homeworld. Now about this. I had this ship parked, not docked, but parked on this CV when the CV was in private. I switched it over to faction. The CV started jumping around, tossed this ship around and on itself, and smashed up the whole side. Substantially actually damaged up the whole side of this ship. This was not done by weapons fire or anything. This was actually done by the CV. It's frustrating and annoying, but hey, that's how it goes. And it only damaged the one side. The rest of the ship is fine. So that's that. So now what we're going to do is, as you can see, I've just got basically everything stuck in here that I need to make this thing move. And we're going to jump in and see if we can get her to go. Jump in. Jump. There we go. Did I just jump in and out? Is that... jump in. Thank you. Change your perspectives. All right. If nothing else, let's give her a shot. Power on. Thrusters on. As you can see, I have most of my thrusters are not active, or not even existing. Whoa, this is lagging so... Wow. This block of blocks is too much for the computer to function. I just hit 0 frames per second. Come on, you can do this. Wow. I don't believe this. This is incredible. Turn inertial dampeners off. Can we get forward motion? I hit thrust and I hit 0 frames per second. Wow. I don't even know if I can fly this thing back to my planet. I don't even know if I can make it to the Wolves planet here. Holy schmolies. Come on, lag machine, you can do it. Where is the Wolves planet? Okay, fast and nimble fighter this isn't. A big part of it is, of course, wow. Oh my god, I don't even know if I can move this ship. Are you kidding me? Come on. Okay, I'm going to actually turn off my recording software, see if I can maybe boost my CPU speed a little bit, enough to actually get this thing to move. I am literally, my game is crashing at 0 frames per second just for attempting to push the fly button on this thing. So don't go away, kids. I'll be back as soon as I attempt to land. Okay, kids, we have almost made it to the planet. In fact, to land, I have to actually turn the thrusters off because I forgot to put down thrusters on it again. Yeah, this ship, wow. This ship does not like to fly at all. It's my screen rate lag went to absolute horrid horrid numbers. I am not sure if I want to try to fly this actually back. Oh, I can't even get it all the way on the ground here. This is going to be fun. Yeah. I'm not sure if I even want to try to fly this back to my homeworld just because of the frame lag that I'm getting off of it. It took me about 5 minutes just to fly here from where I was in space, and I've almost completely used up all my fuel landing because of these giant monster ugly thrusters. So I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do. But what I will do first is I will turn the power off. Refill these fuel tanks. Open these doors, please. This could be fun. I have the turtle and 2 small hover vessels I need to get on this ship. I'm going to basically clean out everything on the base, empty everything out, and get it ready for transport back. Should probably figure out where the base is here. And I have to figure out a way to actually get this ship off the ground. Well, off the ground isn't a problem. I mean, I guess on the ground is the problem. Because as you can see from the drone flight here, we're not touching all the way down yet by any stretch of the imagination. There's my landing strut. There's the ground. I really do wish they would affect the gravity on these planets, so that if you're coming in with a ship of this kind of size and mass, that the gravity would actually affect the ship when you try to land. Like when you get close to the ground, the gravity is going to pull the ship onto the ground. You know, don't matter if the ship's got thrusters pushing it down or not. So I'm going to take a few minutes. I'm going to throw some vertical thrusters on here. I'm pretty sure I got some on this small ship here. And we'll see if we can build some kind of a ramp or loading bay that I can get the turtle up on. And I'll start emptying out the crap that's in the base and get ready to move on out. So don't go away, kids. I'll be right back one more time. Okay, kids, we are back. We are on the planet. I have spent about an hour or so and emptied out all the cargo boxes and whatnots on the base here. Loaded everything into the turtle. Everything is loaded, and you will notice the power is off. That's right. Excuse the cat. There we go. I emptied the fuel tanks. Drained them dry, took everything out of them, all the fuel that was in them, and what was left in power basically ran out within seconds. I'm going to do one other thing. Before I do it, I want to make sure I turn the turtle off, which is something I meant to do before I started recording, but no big deal. Turn all turrets off because I don't want any mishaps. But I'm going to switch this over to public. That's right. Power's off. There's no power on here. There's no turrets. In the devices, everything is... Whoops. Almost everything is empty. And we're moving the turtle out of the base. We'll put the doors back on, and this base is now open and available to any and all who want to use it. I'm going to do is load the turtle onto that the lander here, and we'll see about getting this thing off the planet. Again, I have apprehensions because I was having a lot of lag issues flying that thing, so it's going to be difficult to return it back to normal space, but that's okay. We'll see what we can do. We're going to get it back to the Mercenaries' homeworld, and that is it. So this is it for leaving the Wolves base planet. Actually, I'm just going to leave them doors off. Heck with it. Somebody else can put the doors on. So let's see if we can get this turtle up on top of this, or onto this lander. I may have to do a little finessing. right thrust bottle here. At some point in time, I got to remember to put a forward button on the turtle, like some kind of indicator of direction. Okay, now I may need to do is put in a ramp because I don't think I can climb that hill. So jump out of the cockpit here. See if we can find a ramp, and I'll throw a ramp on that thing. I'll run the turtle up onto the loading bay here, and then we will pick it up when we get going back to space. So don't go away, kids. I'll be right back. Hey kids, we finally made it back to Einhart. Unfortunately, as you can see, I am running at a whole lot of 0 frames per second. I've turned off the engines on this ship, and I'm hopefully getting it to free fall to the planet. But this is my actual game speed. I have just spent an hour flying across known space to get here, and this is where we're at. So thanks all for watching. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to get this on planet and maybe offloaded and whatnot, and maybe we'll pick it up on the next episode. We'll see if we can actually make this into a functional, usable vessel that doesn't completely crash my computer every time I use it. So thanks all for watching, kids, and good night for now.